Congratulations.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Joseph Natarelli. Let me start by thanking Quinnipiac's distinguished leaders and Board of Trustees for bestowing an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters degree on me and giving me the privilege of addressing you this morning. These are tremendous honors. I especially would like to thank Dean Matthew O'Connor of the School of Business, Dean Mark Contreras of the School of Communications, and Dean Ann Ditchell of the School of Education for their outstanding stewardship of these fine schools. Let me also recognize my family, whose love and support have, in so many ways, helped me to get to this day. My parents, Joe and Rosemary Natarelli, my wife, Sandy, and our children, Nicole, Joseph, and Marco. I would also like to take a moment to pay tribute to an individual whose achievements have been monumental and inspirational. When President John Leahy arrived at Quinnipiac in 1987, it was a small college with modest aspirations. I know this personally because I was a student here in the 1980s, graduating with a degree in accounting in 1986. Today, thanks to President Leahy's vision, leadership, and commitment to excellence, it's a major university known for its outstanding academics, its many schools of national repute, including law and medicine, and an athletics program that is of the highest caliber. President Leahy has been a dynamic builder of just not the sleek modern buildings that line the university's now 3 campuses, but of an institution that is focused on the needs of students and of a university community that champions excellence, teamwork, and diversity. Graduates, today as you're about to leave this institution that bears President Leahy's indelible mark, let his example help illuminate your way forward. The future was not clear when he first set foot on the Mount Carmel campus, any more than the future was certain for any of you when you arrived here. The problem for all of us is that, even today, this day in which the future beams bright and full of promises, that promise is never guaranteed. 32 years ago, I sat where you sit, awaiting my diploma, bursting with pride, so full of excitement about all that I wanted to achieve in this world, and at the same time, so anxious about whether I would be able to. I was the first in my family to graduate a 4-year college. My father was a root salesman for a bakery, and my mother worked in a school as an interpreter for the hearing impaired. And while they hadn't had the privilege of a college education, through their examples, they taught me lessons about the importance of hard work and the power of forming strong bonds with others, lessons that have stood me well in life. I've learned other important lessons in a local gym, where I started lifting weights in my early teens. There I learned that success comes to those who have prepared, to those who literally do the heavy lifting, to those who set goals that others might think too difficult, to those that understand you will get out of life what you put into it. I arrived at Quinnipiac just as President Leahy had, with an opportunity to transfer my time into something of lasting value. I can still remember the long nights and intense study sessions, the fearfully impossible assignments and their equally daunting deadlines, the anxiety of testing, and the seemingly life-ending horror of a bad grade. Today, as I stand before you, I reflect on my time at Quinnipiac and all those years that have gone by since. I feel immense satisfaction from serving as an accountant and business advisor, managing a major firm, but most importantly, helping hundreds of companies and business leaders solve their problems and succeed. I am genuinely gratified by the strong relationships I have formed with so many colleagues, many of whom I've had the privilege to mentor, and many of whom never fail to inspire me in return. I am fortunate to know the power of family, the strength of love, and the joy of watching my own children grow, blossom, and shine, including my daughter Nicole, who will be graduating from Quinnipiac's Physician Assistant Program in August. And I reflect on how I found opportunity for fulfillment and success beyond the walls of this great institution. Please know, opportunity will not find you. You must find it. How do you do this? With imagination, perspiration, and determination. Let me explain. Imagination. Allow yourself to have the greatest dreams, setting the highest goals. Perspiration. Work as hard as you can to achieve those dreams. Determination. Let no one and no thing stand in your way. Remember, you must never give up. I conclude this morning with a quote from Sir Stephen Hawking, the brilliant scientist who at age 22 discovered he had ALS, a paralyzing neuromuscular disease, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. And when the doctors diagnosed it, they told him he had only 14 more months to live. He proved the doctors wrong and lived 54 more years, the whole time completely paralyzed except for an ability to flex his fingers and shift his eyes. He never let this horrific affliction stop him, and he became one of the greatest thinkers of our time, revolutionizing theoretical physics and becoming a best-selling author. After his death this past March, the New York Times called him an emblem of human determination and curiosity. Hawkins wrote, "So remember to look at the stars and not down at your feet. Try to make sense of what you see and wonder about what makes a universe exist. Be curious, and however difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. It matters that you just don't give up." Today, as you move from student to graduate, from Quinnipiac University into the greater world, remember, there is a blank canvas in front of you. Paint it beautifully and well. Create meaning, evoke emotion, let it stand for love. Thank you and congratulations.